This is something that you're going to want to pay real close attention to here because Mother's Day is coming up this weekend. And by the way, this is Tutu's Table, the soon-to-be national best-selling cookbook by none other than Chef Jill Aker-Ray. This book is going to be coming out, and you can use the recipes in here for Mother's Day. But Jill is with us in the kitchen right now. Tell us about what we can do because you got something going here that's going to be terrific.
Okay, growing up, I had egg pancakes almost every Sunday at my grandmother's house.
Yes.
They were called egg pancakes. She made them in a big cast iron skillet. Mm-hmm. So we're going to start making these, and then I'm going to tell you about my discovery.
Yeah, what was your discovery?
I'm going to have you mix the dry ingredients.
Okay.
So we have simple all-purpose flour.
All-purpose flour,
We have a teaspoon of sugar and a half a teaspoon of salt. And you're going to mix those up, and I'm going to mix the wet ingredients up, which is 2 cups of, I recommend whole milk. Just keep it whole. Or
whole
you can
milk.
use a nut
it's
milk.
Got a little fat in it, and that helps for better cooking, doesn't it?
These are egg pancakes, so we have to have eggs.
Yeah.
The recipe calls for 3. If they're small, add a 4th. And I'm going to mix this stuff up. So I went to a French restaurant in my college days, and I had crepes, these things called crepes.
Yes.
And I was at the table, and I look down, and I take a bite, and I say, well, these are my grandmother's egg pancakes.
Well, it's just a fancy name for something.
So I thought I grew up with nothing fancy in my life, because my grandmother grew up on a farm with 11 siblings. Turns out she was making fancy stuff all the time. It was amazing.
Just a different name to it, like corn fritters and fried pancakes and fried corn cakes and things like that.
It's all as simple. It all comes back to a very simple, which this is a simple recipe.
Yes.
Probably fed a lot of people. Ingredients you had already at home.
Yeah.
Butter.
Yes.
Because it's French. In the French, they love butter.
They do love butter.
They love butter.
The more butter, the better.
Yeah, the more butter, the better.
Better the better.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do.
I've mixed this up really well here.
You did a good job, John.
You got this. And by the way, if you got your phone with you, you see that code right down there at the left of your screen. Click on that, and you're going to get this recipe for this, and you're going to want to have it because I can tell you right now, this is going to be good.
So these are all my mom's and grandmother's really simple, like 70s type recipes. So I'm going to have you mix this up thoroughly.
All right.
And I am going to have,
I know with real pancakes, you want to get the big lumps out of it, but it doesn't matter if it's still a little lumpy.
It's okay if it's still a little lumpy. Now, in the cookbook, I have you using a beaters. My grandmother never used. She used this and she had strong arms.
Yeah,
so whip it up. You can make a mess. It doesn't matter.
Well, I'm trying not to be too messy, although I did.
We want to get that in the pan. So I'm thinking this would be a perfect thing for kids to help make. It's a pretty simple thing to whip up, and yet it's fancy, right?
Yes.
And if you serve breakfast in bed and you serve your mother some crepes with some bacon and either chocolate sauce or syrup or something and a beverage, she's going to be the happiest lady.
She is going to be terrific.
I'm telling you.
Having the kids cooking together, some of my best memories from childhood are cooking with my grandmother, cooking with my mom, and it's just, all right, there we go.
You're good. You did good.
That is pretty good, yeah.
Okay, and then the trick here is not to get too much batter. You need a sizzling pan, which we heard.
Yeah.
And to do that, see that little wrist action?
Oh.
Okay, so the thinner the better. And like regular buttermilk pancakes, you know those first 2, you want to just toss them out?
Right.
This can be the same way because as you go along, you're going to get those crispier edges. You're going to get a little bit more golden brown. So if you see, it literally takes no time at all.
Oh, yeah.
If you have a crepe pan has smaller, shorter sides, which is easier than to slip them out of the pan.
Yes.
But any nonstick skillet will do, a little bit of oil. And we're just going to wait till that.
Oh, look at that.
We don't want it
it's sort
eggy.
of like
we want
a fried egg, or you put an egg in there if you're making an omelet. And you let it.
Essentially an omelet with a little less egg in it, really. Oh. So we wait till we get.
We got about a minute left, Jill.
Okay, so why don't you get to eating, and I'll just tend this crepe.
You don't have to ask me twice about that. What am I trying? What's on the plate?
You can try either one. I did put some syrup on, but you're welcome to put. Maybe you want some chocolate drizzle and some whipped cream.
Chocolate drizzle here. Oh, I see Kristen Miranda is coming over here now, and let's see if I can get this.
Here, I'll trade you. You eat.
All right.
You eat. Wow, John. You got the good end of this deal, didn't you?
I did get the good end of this deal.
Okay, see, little bit of a flip.
Oh, that's nice, Jill.
So you're just going to flip that over. This is a fancy crepe paddle, but you just need any spatula will do.
There
see,
we go.
there you go.
Jill, you brought the good chocolate.
What do you think? It's the simplest recipe, yet
Mom
it's so
is gonna
good.
love this. Oh yeah.
Hey, what about this cookbook of yours?
So I'm very excited. So in Hawaiian, tutu is Hawaiian for grandmother or grandparent. So my nephew was born in Hawaii, and so they started calling my mom Tutu. And she wore a muumuu and bare feet, and she was like a relaxed, she was so much fun. So my daughter came in one day and she said, why can't I call her Tutu? And I said, well, of course you can, honey. You can call her Tutu. So in the end of her life, everyone called her Tutu.
Aww.
So it's really great. Let me grab.
And so does this have all your awesome, famous recipes?
So this doesn't, this is really about, my daughter wanted all of the family recipes one year for Christmas. See?
Oh, pretty.
And then you're just going to fold that into fours like that and serve it. It's so easy.
Looking so good, and it tastes
So
so good.
she wanted all these recipes. They were super simple. So she said, Mom, you didn't have to write a cookbook, but my mom was one of the most incredible people. She had a very difficult life.
Yeah.
She raised 4 children, and this is in dedication to her.
And where do I get this?
The best place to get it right now is chefjillakerray.com, and then it should be available on Amazon as we go further.
All right. Hey,
Excited.
remember, if you didn't get the recipe, you didn't get a chance to scan that QR code there, guess what? Check out the QC Kitchen app right now. This is an incredible app, I'm telling you right now. It's already posted. The app is free to download, so you can get it, and by golly, you're going to love it. You can get this recipe as well. Jill.
It's so good to see you, John Carter.
You're a treasure. It's so
Thank
wonderful to
you.
have you on this show, and we're just excited that you're here. Of course, I'm excited about eating the rest of these crepes.
So Mother's Day, make these for Mom.
All right.